Your net worth is the average of your five closest friends. Jake learned this the hard way. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. I know that stings, but let me tell you about Jake. 3 years ago, Jake was making $62,000 a year as a regional sales manager. Not broke, but stuck. Every Friday night, he'd meet the same four guys at the same bar, and every conversation was identical. Complaining about their bosses, mocking people who took risks, celebrating mediocrity like it was an achievement. Jake thought loyalty to old friends was a virtue. What he didn't realize was that loyalty to the wrong circle is a slow financial death sentence. Then Jake got invited to a real estate meetup by a random LinkedIn connection. He almost didn't go. But that room changed everything. These people didn't talk about surviving the week. They talked about building portfolios, acquiring assets, scaling systems. Within 6 months, Jake had replaced 3 of his 5 closest relationships with people from that room. Not because he's cold, but because proximity is power. Here's what happened next. Jake's new circle introduced him to his first syndication deal. 18 months later, he'd invested in 4 multifamily properties generating $11,000 monthly in passive income. By year 3, he'd left his job entirely. Same guy, same skills, same background. Different room, different results. Napoleon Hill called this the mastermind principle in Think and Grow Rich. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Not metaphorically, mathematically. Your income, your ambition, your standards, all of it calibrated to your circle. If your friends celebrate Friday paychecks, you'll stay an employee. If your friends discuss cap rates and cash flow, you'll become an owner. So here's your homework tonight. Write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Then write down their financial trajectory. That's your future unless you change the room. Audit your circle like your wealth depends on it because it absolutely does.